Joining us now to talk more about improving the commuting here in Tampa Bay is Lieutenant Jeff Peak and Sergeant Art Rowan from the Pasco County Sheriff's Office. Thank you both for your time. You started a program recently that was to help prevent pedestrian and bicycle accidents. Tell us about the program.
Yes, we discovered that we had a lot of accidents occurring along 19 in the northern part of the county. And we dug in a little deeper and we learned that a lot of those accidents were transient people that were having accidents in low light conditions. So we wanted a strategy where we could reach out and get the awareness out there and prevent any more lives from losing any more lives in that area. So we put together a program to get the traffic safety lights out into the community, to bring awareness to it. We talked to a lot of the different homeless shelters, businesses. We were able to put up signs and really bring a lot more awareness to the issue, both for the pedestrians and for the drivers in that area.
Okay. And these were just small, simple, flashing red lights?
They're flashlight red light combination where they can work on bicycles and they can work for pedestrians where they can clip them to their clothing.
And you guys were both there when you handed out these bicycle lights and flashlights?
Yes, ma'am.
Were people receptive to them?
Oh, very receptive.
Were they?
They were getting their friends and stuff to show up and helping each other put them on their bicycles and showing how they worked.
Wow.
They knew some of the people that were involved in these accidents, so it hit home with them. And they didn't want it to happen to anyone else in the community, so they helped get the message out by spreading the word throughout the different shelters and you know, helping people put the lights on the bikes or their clothing. And we want to keep that alive out there. We want to keep the message active and keep reinforcing that.
And do you still have lights to give out, or are they?
We do, and we do it at different increments. After a couple months, we'll go back out there, and again, we'll remind them, and anybody that needs lights, we'll have them for them. We also leave lights at the shelters, and we provide lights to the deputies that work that area. So it's not just an enforcement, it's also an education and a correction, where if they stop a bicycle or pedestrian, they can give them the light and educate them when they're interacting with them.
So if a deputy pulls up beside you on US 19, it doesn't necessarily mean you're in trouble. It just means they may want to give you something and educate you.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay. Well, that's good. I know the program has not been in effect for too long, but can you tell it's working?
Since we started the program, we haven't had any in that area. However, we definitely want to wait probably 90 days to really assess it and look at the any trends or patterns in that area.
Right.
But again, I think to be successful and to sustain this, it's not just a one-time thing. It's something that we have to continuously remind the businesses, the shelters, and the community that that is a dangerous area for pedestrian safety. So we want to make sure that they're aware and the message is out there.
And they're educated. And the area, again, that you're most concerned about?
It's on US 19 from State Road 52 up to Hudson Avenue.
And that's about how many miles?
It's about 1.5 miles, 2 miles. Up near the Super Walmart in Hudson.
Right. Okay. All right. Let's talk about a different note here while we're on commuting. As I was producing the show, a lot of friends and coworkers said, "Oh, ask this, ask that," since we have experts here. Is it legal or illegal to drive with your flashers on during a severe rainstorm?
It is illegal. The flashers, they should only be on your vehicle when you're legally stopped, usually a disabled motorist situation. What people have to understand is if you're driving in a storm or really bad weather and you're concerned, the best thing to do is just pull over until the weather passes, because you're offering more of a distraction by doing that in already a very you know, dangerous situation as far as
So
the
they
weather.
could get a ticket.
They could.
All right. We've cleared that one up.
Okay.
Okay, so everybody knows now, don't drive with your flashers on during a storm. It's dangerous and it's illegal. Can you get a ticket for riding or driving with your foot out the window? This is Florida. A lot of people like to relax. They don't have shoes on. You see it very often. At least I do.
It would be the totality of the circumstances.
Okay.
You know, if they were driving and had one foot out the window, there might be a problem.
Yes.
But it's not safe. You know, a car come by, a mirror or something like that. It's not a safe idea.
Right.
But it'll be the totality of the circumstances involved on whether or not they got pulled over or they got a citation.
All right, got it. The state's move over law. I continuously see people with you guys are on the side of the road with your flashers on. They don't move over. Aren't they supposed to? And can they get a ticket if they don't?
Yes, that's a very nerve-wracking and dangerous situation for law enforcement or any emergency responder who's on the side of the road, and they're focused on that traffic stop or that emergency situation, but they're also very mindful of the traffic coming by. So we do want the traffic to either safely go to the next lane or slow down to speeds of 20 miles an hour as they pass and stay focused on the roadway.
Because sometimes you can't get over because the other driver's not letting you in. So about 15, 20 miles per hour.
If you go below the posted speed limit, 20 miles an hour below the posted speed limit. It also applies to wreckers that are working on the side of the road.
Okay.
That's correct.
You're required to move over or slow down for wreckers when they have their yellow
Now that
flags.
I didn't know.
Have their yellow lights on.
Okay. All right. So guys, move over when you're in the right lane and you see the flashers on the right-hand side. It's illegal. It's a law. You've got to move over to the right. Okay. A couple more questions real quick. You can give someone a ticket for a taillight out or a headlight out. Can you give someone a ticket if their tires are too bald because that's dangerous with all the rains that we have here in Florida?
So again, the totality of the circumstances. If it causes a crash, it could definitely be a deciding or aggravating factor.
Okay.
And it would go from there.
Anytime it creates a careless situation with the vehicle, we want to address that.
Okay. All right. Last question from a coworker and friend. So many drivers drive in the left lane slowly and hold up traffic. It's very frustrating. All they have to do is move over and let someone behind them go a little faster. Because if they're going faster, they're going to be the ones getting the ticket anyway. Can you ticket someone for holding up traffic in the left lane, even if they're doing the speed limit?
Actually, a new law just went in effect in July of this year, and it does address that. And people who are traveling in that left lane, if they knowingly are traveling less than 10 or less of the speed limit, and they're knowingly impeding that traffic flow, they can be cited for that.
That I did not know, and I bet a lot of our viewers did not know either. Gentlemen, thank you both for joining us, and tell everyone at Pasco County Sheriff's Office we said hello. Thank you for your expertise.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. When we come back, we're going to find out how you can win thousands of dollars simply by sharing your ideas on improving commuting along 275. Stay with us.